episode 11. What are you looking at?
How come it...
What are you looking at?
Oh, I was looking at live, not recording. Looked at the wrong thing.
Starting out with the car wreck already.
Yep.
Well, we're not as prepared as last time, mostly because I didn't have time around other things to write up notes. Because the first time I did that, it took me a day. But I'm using that as a base, so I don't have to retype a whole bunch of crap. I can just cut.
Yep.
So that will make it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I just haven't had a chance to do Friday. I'll probably just for a Friday, for the quote-unquote Friday show, which is recorded on Thursday anyways, I'll probably just, like, copy it into, like, another thing, and then just delete that and then change it to Friday. I don't know. Maybe I'll do different. Because, I mean, the only thing different we do on Friday is predictions for the NASCAR weekend.
Oh, yep.
That's the only difference, which I can just add that in. That's one bullet point. But
Yep. Anyway,
so
on to IndyCar.
No, it's not. Quit rushing.
Oh.
Jeez. Alright, anyways, on to IndyCar.
Hi, jeepers, Jenny. Give me a break. Good lord.
Okay. Not terribly much, again.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because there's only been 2 days for anything to pop up. But, Texas Motor Speedway, IndyCar are nearing a deal for 2019, meaning IndyCar and Texas Motor Speedway haven't, re-signed a contract, so IndyCar could still race there. But suppose it'll be a win-win for both. And the president, Eddie Gossage of Texas Motor Speedway, is pretty confident that IndyCar will return next year in 2019. So, but of course Texas is like it's kind of like a NASCAR, or Texas is like IndyCar's. No, I'm sorry. Texas is like NASCAR's Coca-Cola 600.
Yep.
Except it's IndyCar's Coca-Cola 600, but it's called something else. It's 600 miles though.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they do that, and instead of 5 seconds, 6 seconds. But
Yeah.
Get it?
Jeez. This is gonna suck.
500 miles, 5 seconds, 600 miles. Takes an extra second. 6 seconds.
Yep.
No! Jeepers. Jeez. A little slow today.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Thursday.
So what does that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Tomorrow's Friday.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in
in
China? Oh, jeez. All right. Well, other than that, Gateway, which is where they're going, I believe in 4 weeks. So after Pocono, or 3 or 4 weeks, one of the two. I know that much. They have made upgrades ahead of the IndyCar visit because of what fans have asked for. And besides repaving pit lane, the pit in, pit out access road. They've also added 6,000 parking spaces and installed a 3-lane highway from the front to the back gate of the 1.25 mile oval. It was getting old. Time to repave the pits. They also wanted to. The reason why they expanded is they wanted to improve the inbound and outbound of traffic flow. There is a 2-lane road out of the major parking areas, but they expanded that to, I believe, a 3-lane. So what they'll do is they'll have 2 in, 1 out, and then when the race is over, they'll have 2 out, 1 in, or they'll do 3 out. I don't know. No, they might do 3 out, and then after like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, they'll do 2 out or something. I don't know. But it's actually a 3-lane highway all the way around it, so it's like kind of like, I don't know. And in the 2017 race, 35,000 people showed up for that race.
Holy cow!
For IndyCar. I mean, they're all in the front stretch grandstands. They weren't in the turn 1 and 2 grandstands, but still, I mean,
yep,
it's pretty good. Not. Oh, and they also do NHRA races there. So. Not much
else.
No, for the upgrades. So they must have been like. And pretty much the only other major news, is that Firestone has done testing at Indianapolis Motor Speedways to make tire improvements for the Indy 500. Just, I would assume to make, because like if you watched this past year, so 2018's, like the track was really hot and the tires didn't do so well. I mean, all tires don't do well when the track's hot.
Yeah.
It just gets slick and they don't get much grip. But I wonder if they're just giving them a little bit more grip. So if it does get hot again, or if it remains hot, they don't quite hit the wall. Or maybe they make them a little bit more durable so they go a little bit longer. I don't know what or softer so they don't last as long. I don't know what their plan is. So all I know is harder tires last longer, but they give you less grip. Soft tires don't last as long, but they give you tremendous grip. So I don't know. I mean, they both last the same amount, but it's all grip factor. So that's about it for IndyCar. So, fun fact. You go first.
Okay. Let me see here. Let's see.
I thought you had this ready or stuff.
I did.
Well,
the record, if for hockey, the record for most points in a single game is held by Daryl Sittler. He had 10 points.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
In a game in 1976 between his team, the Leafs, and the Bruins. The Leafs won the game. Maurice Rocket Richard previously set the record before he broke it with 8. Crazy high numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
it's impossible to get that in today's game.
Oh, it's not impossible.
But
you won't see it again.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had 10 points, that's also saying that there was 10 goals scored in a game.
Yep.
10 or more, because I'm sure he was not on the ice for at least one of them.
Yep.
So, and you don't ever hardly see 10 goal games alone.
Exactly.
You know? So, that, yeah. It's not impossible, you just probably won't ever see it again.
Yep.
So, I mean, he should have bought a lottery ticket that day. Because obviously it was working for him.
Yep.
My fun fact is that a NASCAR race team will wear out over 15 sets of tires a week.
Holy cow.
That's 60 individual tires. Plus. Jeez. That's a little bit much.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, they probably go through like half of that just on Sunday.
Yeah.
And you have another set for qualifying. Well, no, they have up to like 10 sets. So we'll do 8 sets on Sunday on average. Then you have 1 set for qualifying. Then you probably have another set for each practice, and there's usually 2 to 3. So I mean, there's upwards of 12. And then if you do practice throughout the week, you know. Yeah, man, that's a lot. Woo!
Yep.
So, now on to hockey. Okay, if you remembered, we're going to do the high or low thing last. We're not going to do that right now.
Last? Okay.
Last in the hockey segment. Just so.
Yep.
First news is I think his name is the Predators GM, and crap, I think it's Dave. Come on, show it. Yeah, David Poley. And Paul Stewart. David Poley, who was the winningest general manager in NHL history.
Oh, wow.
That tells you a lot.
Yeah.
And a retired NHL referee, Paul Stewart, are among the 5 people who will be inducted to the United States Hockey Hall of Fame on December 12th.
Oh, my.
Legendary coach Red Berenson.
Yep.
He was University of Michigan's coach since the Civil War. 3-time U.S. Olympian Natalie Darwitz and former NHL player Leland Hago Harrington will be honored at the Hall's 46th induction ceremony to be held, ironically, in Nashville. So, That's cool. And Paulie's only 68, so he's been in hockey for a long time.
Yep.
A very long time. He has 1,333 wins.
Holy cow.
As a general manager. And a career spent with the Nashville Predators and the Washington Capitals.
Japers.
He is 739, 578, and 147 with 60 ties with the Predators since they entered the NHL in 98.
Wow.
And it was 594 and 454 with 132 ties and 15 seasons with the Washington Capitals from 82 to 97.
Japers, Jenny.
I mean, ties I was before. That's pre-lockout.
Yeah.
So, for any of you guys that don't know that.
Yep.
Because I think because the lockout was 04-05.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of 05-06 is when the shootout came in, which I don't. It was good back then, but I wish they didn't have games come down to a shootout. It's just I don't like it. I don't like it.
I really, really like it.
I don't. I think it's just a poor way of ending a shootout, because it's like you give a player a breakaway, he can go as slow as he wants. You know, it's just one-on-one. It's like there's no team play to it. You know, hockey's a team sport. You know,
yeah.
There's no I in team, but there is a me. But
yeah.
But you know, it's like I don't care for it to end that way. I mean, if it has to, it has to. But
yeah.
I mean, that's the primary reason why the NHL switched from 4-on-4 overtime to 3-on-3, because they wanted to eliminate the number of games that went to a shootout, because it's not terribly popular with fans.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. So every time a shootout, you know, happens, there's always going to be one of the team's fans that are going to be upset about it.
Yep.
You know, and even if I watch the Red Wings, they might win in the shootout, which they might suck, but they're pretty damn good in the shootout.
Yep.
But it's just like, they suck. They don't deserve to win in the shootout. You know, make them lose in overtime. But I just like overtime, which at least they do that in the playoffs. They do endless overtime,
which is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then you have them go to
continuous.
yeah, continuous overtime. Well, I just said endless.
Yeah.
Same thing. 6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
Yep.
So. Okay. We're gonna go a little bit out of order. Usually I do on this day before trivia. You know what? I will. So, never mind. Since that's pretty much the only news per NHL website. Yeah, there's not.
There was not any signings. Larkin still hasn't signed.
Hey, we have something to talk about after August 12th. They're going to be doing the who ranks in the top 20 defensemen.
Nice. It's pretty good.
People that just missed the list as top 20 defensemen was Tyson Barrie, Ivan Provorov.
Ivan Provorov.
That's
yep.
Right. Some name Vlasic.
Mark Edward Vlasic.
He makes good pickles.
Yep. I saw that one.
Matt Dumba and Aaron Ekblad.
Huh.
So.
And they just missed the top 20?
Yeah.
Really?
So I wonder who's going to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I can already guess who's going to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
I can give a good estimate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Shea Weber's in it.
Weber.
Well, I don't know. How much did he play last? Did he play a full season last?
I don't know.
Or at least most of it?
So
I don't know.
You got...
But even so,
yeah,
I'd say Shea Weber's in it. Probably PK Subban.
Victor Hedman.
Hedman for sure, yes.
Not Erickson.
No, he should have been just missed it.
He's in the worst 20. Yeah. He's in the bottom 20.
No kidding.
I'll be shocked if Mike Green is in there.
Yeah, I will too. I mean, he's a good defenseman, but I don't think he's top 20.
He's not good.
Because, I mean, they're all, what's his name?
What team?
LA.
Drew Doughty.
Yes. Woo! I was gonna say Anze Kopitar. I'm like, no,
he's a center. We
center.
covered that last episode.
Da, da, da.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. All right. So
anyway,
plus are more or less.
Oh, you want? Okay, now time for that more or less. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I have it right here.
Oh, and I got it. Okay, and I got it on my phone too.
Okay.
We already did Anaheim, Arizona, and Boston. We left off at the Buffalo Sabres.
That's who we started with.
Yeah.
Do you want to start from the bottom or go in reverse order?
Start from where we're at now.
So
go to Buffalo.
Okay.
Okay. They got Jeff Skinner and Carter Hutton in the offseason, and then they had Rasmus Dahlin as their number 1 pick. So I think the obvious choice is more points than last season.
More than 62. Okay, instead of points, let's do plus or minus wins. We can do both.
Okay.
25 wins. I'm saying more.
More.
For sure more. I'm saying more for both. I don't think... I said earlier, I don't know if they're going to be playoff ready. They're going to be a playoff threat. I don't know if they're going to be playoff ready. Because I don't know what their goaltending situation is. I mean, they have Carter Hutton and, what's the other guy?
Robin Leonard?
No. He hasn't re-signed with them. He left.
You're kidding.
Yeah, he went somewhere else. Pay attention.
Oh, shoot.
What's the... It starts with Scott...
Darling?
No, it's not Darling. Maybe it's not Scott. I know they have Carter Hutton and,
Gonna have to look that up. Yeah. On Facebook, 80% of the people who took part in this poll said that Buffalo will get more points.
I do too.
Yeah. For the people who said fewer, you guys are stinking dumb.
Yeah. The only way they get fewer is if they have a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
And they just can't do it.
Crap.
Oh, I didn't know Patrick Berglund went to Buffalo.
Patrick Berglund went to... No kidding.
He played for St. Louis.
Good night.
No, it's not that guy. It's Hey, the hell. Stupid. I like how they show on here. They have Rasmus Dahlin, and then they show a picture of for it says Buffalo Sabres roster. It shows Rasmus Dahlin, and then it shows a picture of Nicholas Lidstrom. I don't think that's him, guys.
Yeah.
I'm no genius, but who is their goalies? I don't think it's that guy. Is it him?
And his name is?
It says Linus Allmark.
Oh, that's who.
No, I don't think it's him. They got 2 goalies. They had Carter Hutton and
What's his name?
They didn't get Ron Rantanen.
Antti Ranta?
No, they didn't get him.
He plays for Arizona.
Yeah. Did they get Scott Darling? I don't think they got Scott Darling. No, because he's with Carolina. Well, no, Carolina got Peter Mrazek.
Chicago got Cam Ward.
Yes. Get up. Smack you silly right now.
Okay.
That was pretty loud.
I know, you did a whiplash sound.
Or just like a whip sound, like whoosh.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
Let me check the NHL website.
Okay.
Actually.
I said, did you want to move on to Calgary or not?
Yeah, you can keep going. I'm gonna find.
Alright.
I know they got somebody, and I can't.
Calgary, more points than last season is what I'm gonna say, because I have James the Real Deal Neal.
That he's not gonna completely change a franchise. Though.
I know.
Well, that's a lie. I was about to say one player can't change a franchise, but yes, he can. But I don't think getting James Neal is gonna completely flip that franchise up.
I know. I meant to say more, but I misclicked and accidentally clicked fewer. Oops. 68% of the people said more. 32% said fewer.
I said, how many points did they have?
Last season? I don't know. It doesn't say.
They were second on the list for worst teams?
No.
What order are you going in? Is it going in alphabetical?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the bottom of the standings. Okay.
No.
Where'd my pan go? I just dropped that. You bastard. Where'd you go?
Grew legs and ran away.
No kidding.
It's gone now.
Is it under here?
Yep, there it is. I see it.
How'd you get over there?
Natural talent.
Jeez. Go get her, you.
Like a son of a gun.
No kidding. Don't monkey. Jeez. I just want teams. I just want freaking teams.
It's not fair. The horror that is involved with this website is unreal.
No freaking kidding. You're telling me, honey.
Yeah. Calgary definitely got to be more points.
I would say more, not terribly more. How many did they have again?
I don't know. Did it say?
Well, what good are you?
Well,
Calgary. Come on, I ain't asking for much. No, I said league, dummy. Give me the league. The league. Thank you. No, you're still wrong. Whatever. When you say league and it gives you conference. No, dummy. 84. More? Not many more. Though.
not many more.
No. I don't see them... Well, I see them breaking 90, but I don't see them going past 90.
Okay, I changed my vote to more. Yeah, going past 90? I don't know. Just a little more. Okay. So... Carolina's next. They do have Scott Darling.
Buffalo?
No, Carolina's got Scott Darling.
I said I think they have Scott Darling still.
Oh. Carolina's got Scott Darling.
Yeah. Team.
Carolina got...
The system. Yeah, that's what I want. Players in the system.
So speaking of Buffalo, they got rid of Jeff Skinner. But they have Dougie Hamilton. So with that change...
Scott Wedgwood. That's... Yeah.
That's who. Yep.
Yeah, jeez. Oh, they also have... no, never mind. I don't know who that is.
Do you think there's going to be more points or fewer points for Carolina? I'm going to say fewer.
Well, they had... Carolina, they had 83 points.
Ooh, it's close. I'm thinking fewer. Because
I'm thinking the same.
It's the same amount? Yeah, I can see why. But if not, a little less fewer.
Yes.
40,
I don't see them getting more.
Yeah. 45% of the people who took a say in this vote, 45% said more.
So about a little less than half.
Yeah.
It's pretty evenly split.
Yeah, I said 55%. Or, well, I said fewer. 55% said fewer. So, yeah. I mean... next after Carolina is Chicago.
Chicago.
More
76 points.
More or fewer? Is same an option for this team? Well,
no, I see them getting more.
More,
actually,
because of Cam Ward.
No, not just because of Cam. Well, yeah,
well, I know they have.
That
Crawford.
will depend if Crawford's ready or not.
Crawford.
I know for like the last half of the season he struggled with vertigo.
Oh.
And so like he could not play. But I see more because Patrick Kane and Jonathan Tays, they both did not play well at all this year.
Yeah.
They did not do good. So, now how much they're getting paid?
Tays had...
They had... What?
Kane had 76 points last year.
That's less than a point a game.
Well,
for Patrick Kane, that's less than... That's not good. That's like an average forward.
Well...
For a first-line forward, you expect a point a game.
Yeah.
You know, and he's under that.
Crawford's stats last season, he is 33 years old. He got 16 wins, 2 shutouts, 2.27 goals against, and a .929 save percentage. Hot dang.
Yeah, so he only played like what? What was his record? 16.
He won 16 times. It doesn't say how many times he's lost.
Well, that's convenient as hell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I would say...
What good are you?
I would say just a little bit more.
I would say more. And they had 33 wins, so I would say more on that too.
The percentage of people that said more, 60%.
Okay.
So 60-40.
Next should be, let me see, Chicago.
I say, and they got Adam Boquist. So
Yeah. Depends if he does all right.
Yeah.
Chicago. So next is Colorado.
Yep.
95 points, 43 wins.
They got Philip Grubauer. Wow.
Yeah. They lost Jonathan Bernier though.
Yeah, but they got Philip Grubauer, which is a downgrade in my opinion.
Well, duh. Bernier's a pretty solid tendy.
I think it's got to be fewer.
I would say fewer,
but just a little bit.
Just a little bit. If Landeskog and McKinnon have like what the years like they did,
yep,
they're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
they're gonna be fine.
Breaking their backs, carrying the team.
No kidding. Will they make the playoffs? It depends how strong the Western Conference is. Because I mean, if you look at this right now, St. Louis, Colorado had took a wild card.
Yeah,
had a wild card spot. Colorado had 95 points. St. Louis had 94 points and didn't make the playoffs, but Colorado did. So I mean, 1 point.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have 95 points to make the playoffs. That's a lot of points.
Yep.
So the Western Conference was a very strong conference this year.
Yep.
So
I mean,
Dallas, they had 92 and they didn't make it.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at 92. If you don't look at who made the playoffs, you just look at points. You would say, okay, Dallas. And if you don't look at conference either, you just look at teams. You would say Dallas and St. Louis and Colorado, they make the playoffs. All three of them for sure.
Yep.
Then they show you, or if you just look at those three teams, you would say they make the playoffs. And then it tells you just Colorado made it at 95. That's a strong conference.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine if Seattle comes into the league, not if, when.
Yeah.
Seattle comes into the league and they do the same thing as they did with Las Vegas, which I could not see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
So when they do the same thing they did with Vegas, it's going to be probably even more points to get into the Western Conference playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Crazy.
I see them having less,
just a little bit.
Just a little less playoffs. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, maybe that was a fluke. Western Conference maybe takes a dive this year and just, totally the bed. So,
yep.
Don't know. Next should be Columbus.
Yeah. The percentage of people that took part in this poll, the percentage of people that said fewer, 39.
We're in the minority.
39% of the people that took part in this poll said fewer. 61% said more. I don't see why they said more.
I can and can't.
I used to say, yeah.
I could, but I still lean to fewer.
Yeah.
Because they didn't make too many moves in the offseason, did they?
No.
I mean, I don't think they got any, notable players.
Right.
So, Columbus. 45 wins for 97 points. Did make the playoffs. I don't know. Because they've been consistent for the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, I think the last 2 years they made the playoffs.
Yep.
But they've been out in the first round.
Yeah.
So, I think that's because they just didn't have players that had playoff experience. But
I used to say, what moves did they make in the offseason?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think they made too many.
So they pretty much have to be the exact same team.
I would say they probably have a little bit more a few more points.
I was thinking a little bit less.
We split the difference on that one.
Yeah.
So I would say I think they're going to do a little bit better. Just because their team's mostly intact. So I mean, the longer a team's intact, with the same amount of players on it, in theory, the team will do better until they get too old, then they'll start doing worse.
Yeah.
But they have a young team, and it's mostly intact. I think most of the players are still there, So that means they've bonded really well. They know how each other play.
Yeah.
They all know the system, and they can only improve from there.
Yeah.
So I think they do a little bit better, and I'd say they make the playoffs for sure, and do a little bit better in points, maybe 3 or 4 max. I mean, that's also saying they break triple digits, but...
Yep.
So...
The percentage of people that said more was 38.
Really?
62% say fewer. That agree with me.
They are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I'm there. So.
Yeah. And that's it.
What? That's it? You only have up to Columbus?
Up to Columbus, yeah. That covered the days that we were... covered the times that we were gone. So now, let me see here. After Columbus is Dallas, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, then that means Friday is Dallas. Saturday is Detroit. Sunday is Edmonton. And when we record again, either on Monday or Tuesday. Monday is Florida. Tuesday is... comes after Florida.
Anyways.
Yeah. Whoever comes after Florida.
We'll just skip. We'll go through. Everybody always skipped over Arizona.
We did Arizona.
Oh. We'll do the rest. We'll just go up because there's been some big trades and re-signings.
Oh, so just go up and then just finish it off?
We'll just skip the ones that we've done, yes.
Okay.
So, Ottawa, we'll start from the bottom because it's just easy to go that way.
Okay.
Ottawa, 67 points, 28 wins. More or less.
Gosh. They
haven't re-signed Carlson.
That's true. And then they got someone good in the draft. Was it?
But they also lost Matt Stone.
Yeah. Was it Kachuk? Is that they got in the draft?
Kachuk? I think so.
That's what I thought.
No,
yeah.
I thought Kachuk went to Vancouver.
No, Vancouver got Hughes, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because his brother is going to be...
His brother Jack is
predicted number one, yes.
Number one, yep.
Ottawa, they went for... Yes, they did get Brady Kachuk.
Yep.
Okay.
And they got him. Carlson hasn't resigned.
I mean, he is a rookie, so you have to get that. We don't know how he's going to be, but rookies tend to be really good in their first season because nobody knows what he's going to do.
Yep.
So I think they're still going to do less.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because Craig Anderson, he's pretty old.
Yep.
I mean, unless he gets more consistent and who they're Andrew Hammond can step in and be good. And
I believe Craig Anderson
this is also
going 41.
Yeah, if they keep going how they are right now, even if they re-sign Erickson did not have a good year. Not one. Not whatsoever.
You mean Carlson?
What'd I say?
Erickson.
Both of them didn't.
Huh. That's true.
So, I still say less.
Yep.
Arizona, 70 points. I think they're going to do more.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Because they went second in the draft. I'm sorry, no. They went fifth in the draft and got Barrett Hayton.
Yep.
Hayton. I mean, 6'1", 190 pounds, played in the OHL.
Made a stupid move and passed on Zadina, and then we got him.
Yeah. So. I mean, Zadina was projected to go, top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, so, Montreal, Ottawa, and Arizona, past them. Well, I guess not really Ottawa. Brady Kachuk's a good pick. So, I still think Arizona's going to do better.
Yep, me too.
I think they're going to do a little bit. They're going to do better. Not playoffs.
Right.
But they're going to have more points.
Yep.
Montreal, 71 points. 29 wins.
Gosh, who did Montreal get in the draft?
Some French guy.
Jock.
Oh, Finland, dude. Jespera Konkanimi.
Oh, shoot. Yes, his last name is pronounced Kotkanemi.
Can't pronounce it. That's his last
name. Can't pronounce it. Yesperi, that's his first name. Yesperi Kotkanemi, that's who they got. That's right.
Yeah, that bitch.
Yep.
Tiny, thin dude. 6'2", 181. Freaking tree trunk over here. Oh, a tree twig, actually.
Jeez. Yeah. Does Max Pacioretty have to sign a contract or not? Oh.
He signed through this year. I think he ends next year.
Oh. They got William Byron back, is what I heard.
William Byron?
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking
NASCAR.
Yeah, I was like, why? It's NASCAR, stupid.
Yeah, I know. Shoot. I'm thinking that it's got to be the same, if not just like 1 or 2 points better because of the rookie. So
I think they do a little bit better.
yeah,
If Carey Price stays healthy.
yeah,
And they can pull together as a team. So, I mean, they'll probably do the classic Montreal. Do really good at the beginning of the season for the first 15, 20 games and then totally tank.
yep,
It's like, oh, jeez.
yep.
What good are you guys? Like, it happens every year, too. So it's like, hey, Montreal's going to do really good. Just wait about a month or two.
Yep.
Hey, Montreal's like second to last. What the hell happened? They were second to first the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about how it goes for them.
Yep.
Detroit, 73 points, 30 wins. More. Or less.
Gotta be more.
More?
Yep.
I'd say more.
Yep.
Not playoffs, but more.
Yep. Because they got
Zadina, which will help a lot.
And
He was a...
what's his name? Jonathan Bernier.
Yeah, Zadina was a right wing, so he's going to be first or second line, I would say.
Yep.
So, I mean, it'd be dumb if Detroit didn't start him.
Exactly.
Like, smack you right now. So, he played in the Quebec Montreal Junior Hockey League.
Yep.
KMJHL. So, yeah, they're definitely going to do better. Vancouver, 73. Same as Detroit. 31 wins. More or less.
Gotta be worse.
Worse. Less.
Less. What's the difference? I say they're going to be fighting with New York Islanders for last place in the league this year, like you said episodes ago, whatever that was. Because they lost their... Because the Sedin sisters retired, and then they're... Who was that guy?
Mark Besser.
Not Brock Besser. David Booth was his name?
No, he played for Detroit.
Oh, Alexander Burrows.
Yeah, that guy.
He retired.
Yeah.
Like you said his...
Why did I say Besser? He's like a rookie. Last year was his first year.
I say his name's about this.
Jeez.
His name is exactly Brock, not Mark. Good
Did
guess.
I say Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Good
mean to.
guess though. Anyway.
Not at all.
Yeah. Close.
They're gonna do. Yeah, I say less.
Worse. Who's next?
Chicago. We already
did that.
New York Rangers, 77-34.
Don't they still have to sign someone too?
No, not that I know of. Because they got rid of a lot of players before the trade deadline.
Oh.
For draft picks. And they went... Take a guess when they went.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Take a guess what were they overall? Just a guess. Get one chance.
I say in the draft?
Yeah, how draft. What overall did New York Rangers go?
Like 10th? It's got to be around.
And they got Vitaly Kravatsov.
Whatever his name is.
I don't know, some Russian.
Oh, that's right. Red Wings also got Joe Veleno. That's 2. That's right.
Yeah, he was projected to go like top 15.
Wow.
So yeah, that was definitely a good steal.
Yep.
They're gonna do less.
Rangers?
Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Because they got rid of They got rid of McDonough. They got rid of What other guy went to One other guy went to Tampa too. I remember seeing it was like a huge thing that they went there for trade for draft picks. And like 1 prospect or 2 prospects or something. McDonough and I don't think it was Derek Stefan.
No.
Wasn't Zuccarello.
No.
I can't remember. Edmonton, 78-36. More.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking more.
Yep.
If they can keep Tam Calbert.
Yep.
Keep him consistent.
Yep.
And I mean, you can't ask much more from McDavid.
Yeah.
He's doing 100 plus points a year.
And he's already won the Art Ross.
Yeah, you can't ask much more from him. Like, oh yeah, I know you got like 110 points almost. Could you do like 30 points more? Do the letters F-O mean anything to you? So, but I think they're gonna do more. Even without Patrick Maroon, I still think they're gonna do more.
Yep.
Losing Taylor Hall did definitely not help them this year.
Losing Taylor Hall?
He played for Edmonton.
They traded Taylor Hall.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That did not help him at all.
Oh.
I mean, they traded. He played in New Jersey. I think they traded him last year, the 2016-17 season. But still, that didn't help him this year. They didn't trade him this year.
I know.
I think he resigned, actually.
I thought they traded him in the 2015-2016 season.
Well,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Taylor. And then he went on like a 25-game point streak.
Tearing it up.
Freaking nuts. He was actually drafted first overall by the Edmonton Oilers in 2010.
Yep.
I think he'd trade your first overall. Dude.
For Adam Larson.
No, he was traded in before the 16-17 season. June 29th, 2016. For Adam Larson. Wow, that was a bad trade. In my opinion. You just traded away your first overall from 2010 for Adam Larson.
Upgraded defense.
Yeah, not real. I'd rather keep putting Taylor Hall.
Me too.
To be honest. I mean, and then look what he did with New Jersey. They're probably like, oh, shoot myself in the head with a freaking shotgun. I still haven't had a shotgun sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So, no, I think Edmonton's going to do better, though.
Yeah. Who's next? Florida?
Who did Edmonton get in the draft?
Gosh.
Evan Bouchard, another defenseman.
Oh, that was a great pick.
Yeah. I mean, he was, what was he? 6'2", 196, so pretty good. OHL. Nice.
Who did Evan Bouchard used to play for in the OHL?
London.
That's it.
Not England either.
Yeah.
Next is the New York Islanders. Less. We can move on along. They had 80 points less.
Yeah.
We'll move on along now. Carolina, 80. Nope, we already did Carolina.
Cover that.
Calgary.
Next.
Dallas, 92.
Oh. Let me see here. They got tied to Landria from my very own Flint Firebirds in the OHL. They Lettinen still hasn't signed.
But they have Bishop.
Ben Bishop, and you say he's inconsistent.
He can be inconsistent. Well, no, he can be consistent, but he's very injury prone.
Yep. They keep him healthy and throw Delandria on the fourth line or third line.
Well, he was 13th overall.
Oh, maybe second.
Second or third, not fourth.
I'd go with third.
I'd probably go with third. I mean, he's 6'0", 184.
I would third makes the most sense.
Yeah, for a center, yeah. Because isn't Sagan's a center?
So is Jamie Benn.
So there's your first and second line. So yeah, third line.
Yeah.
Maybe fourth line in the preseason. Well, no, he'd probably be first line in the preseason.
Yeah.
But maybe fourth line the first handful of games.
See how he does.
See how he does. But I don't see him in fourth line the whole entire season.
Right.
He will be a good replacement for either Jamie Benn or Tyler Seguin if they're out for some reason.
Yep.
If they have like the night off or they get an injury.
Yep.
Yeah, they got tied to Landria, and that's it in the first round. So, 92, no playoffs.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a lot of points for not making the playoffs. I would have to say, I would say more.
I gotta say about the same. I can't choose more or less right now for this team.
I would say
because
I would say just a few more
Yep.
in the playoffs. I don't think the Western Conference will be as strong as last year.
Right.
I mean, so again, it still blows my mind. They have, St. Louis 94 points.
Gotta be more.
Yeah.
Big time more.
Yeah.
For what they did in the
offseason. And they were actually
yes.
They were actually doing really good, and then they kind of went into every team always has that slump.
Yep.
Usually if the team's doing really good, they'll always go into a slump because they'll get hot-headed. Like, oh yeah, nobody can beat us. Oh, we lost 5 straight. What the hell? Yeah, see what happens?
Yeah.
I mean, Vegas did that. I mean, they did it at the end of the season, but they came out of it for the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, they were doing really good, and then they kind of slumped at the end of the season. So, but St. Louis, I would say more in the playoffs.
Gotta be more.
More. And I wouldn't say, oh yeah, they're gonna do 20 points more. No, 5 maybe more, but playoffs for sure. I mean, if you have 94 points, you should make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, Colorado, we already did. Florida, 96 points. They're in the Eastern Conference, and they didn't make the playoffs.
I'm thinking more.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't terribly surprise. The Eastern Conference is usually more dominant than the Western.
That's true.
It's just how it is because you have more set in stone teams in the East, and you also have one more team in the East too. So because you have 16 and 15, then Seattle coming to be 16-16, which people are like, why is there no hockey team in Quebec? Because it offsets. There's a reason why the NHL is doing what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're expanding westward. They want to, so it can be 16 and 16. So I mean, Quebec would have to be a relocation team.
Yep.
And I would say another good. I would say probably Detroit's. The NHL's number one relocation spot for Western Conference teams is Houston, Texas.
I believe that. Yep.
I mean that place. They have like almost 3 million people living there.
Yep.
I mean Vegas doesn't even have 1 million. There's many cities that don't have 1 million yet. They support their hockey team like hardcore. I mean, sure, you'll have to like do the whole thing. You have to teach the fan base about hockey. Yeah, you do that, but if you have 2.5, 3 million people there, I'm sure there's at least 100,000 that watch hockey.
Yep.
I mean, that's asking for like
that are probably Dallas
3%.
fans,
Yeah.
So.
Well, it'll make it a good battle of Texas too.
Yeah, like
I mean,
the battle
because
of
they're
Philly.
far enough apart. Too, Dallas and Houston are like going from Detroit to like Traverse City almost.
Yep.
So I mean, it's like 3.5, 4 hours apart. So what does Google Maps say actually?
I think it's got to be a little less than that.
4 hours?
A little less than that. From Dallas to Houston, it's got to be a little less than that, I think.
Dallas
To Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
Okay. 3 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh.
So 3.5 to 4 hours. I was right.
Yep.
Now that's with 2 constructions. So.
Yep.
Or 3 constructions in an accident. So. So yeah, they're far enough apart. They're far enough apart and big enough, both of them, to where they won't interfere with the fan base.
Yep.
It's not like Fort Worth and then Dallas. They're right next to each other.
Yep.
You're going to interfere with the fan base, and there's not enough people there to support 2 teams.
Yep.
So, but they're far enough apart. I mean, you would think 4 hours apart, virtually, there's a pretty good, line there would be in the sand.
Yep.
Get it? A line in the sand.
Oh.
It's a desert.
Yep.
So, and then you also have west of Houston, you have Austin and San Antonio too.
Yep.
So those are pretty 2 decent sized cities.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say Houston would be a good relocation spot. You have 3 big cities, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. I think it looks like San Antonio is probably like going from like Grand Rapids to Detroit, 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And then Austin to Houston is probably about 2 hours. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Houston, I could see the NHL working there. So working out. Who did we do? Florida, 96 points.
What team?
Florida.
Yeah. Oh.
Who did they get in the draft? Gorio Denisenkio.
Oh.
Some Russian.
For Florida, I'm proud. What I've been thinking about them team. I have been thinking about that team a lot in the off season, and I'm thinking more. I'm surprised they didn't make the playoffs. I'm thinking they're a playoff team, but they'll probably be out in the first round.
Yes. I mean, they're only 1 point out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So. Because Columbus and New Jersey were the 2 wild cards, and they had 97 points.
Yep.
So I would say more in playoffs. Even if they have the same amount, I still say playoffs.
Yep.
So, New Jersey, 97 points. Who did they get? Ty Smith, Canadian defenseman.
Oh, I heard he's got a lot of potential. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is a really, really good pick.
I would say they're gonna do about the same.
Yep, me too.
Maybe 1 or more.
I don't know.
Or less. 1 point more or 1 point less. They're gonna be between.
I'm thinking 1 point less.
I think they're gonna be between 96 and 98 points. I would say.
Yep.
I don't see them breaking triple digits.
Right.
We already did Columbus, Philly, 98. Damn it.
Philly. I see them being a playoff team again this year.
I do too.
Because they got someone. I forgot who.
And if you keep Claude Giroux and what other numbnuts his name? Yeah.
Wayne Simmons.
Wayne Simmons and what's his nuts there?
Jacob Voracek.
Yes. Jeez, why did he slip from my? I know his Jacob something.
Yeah, yep. And then
For some reason, I
on
was
defense, you got... Is Gosh Despair a defenseman or not?
I think he is a forward.
No, because their
Shane
their
Gosh-
number one defenseman,
I
I
think
think, is Ivan Provorov.
I think he's a left winger. Gus Despair. He's actually from Florida.
Ironic.
We were just talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, he is a defenseman. Okay.
Aha, I was to say
But
him and Provorov are their number one defense, or their
for sure.
first line defense.
For sure.
Yep.
And then they got Joel Farabee in the
Yep.
draft.
Nice.
So-
Put him on the fourth line.
Yeah, left winger. From the under 18 USA team.
Oh.
So fourth or third line. I don't know what their left winger situation is though. So, LA, 98 points. Was this a fluke year for Anze Kopitar? Like 102 points or whatever the hell he had.
I say he kicked A. If he does that
For
again,
how old he is.
yeah. If he does that again next year, and then they got whoever they got in the draft. Did they give away their first rounder?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No, they went 20th. They got Rasmus Kupari,
Rasmus Kupari. That's who they got.
Finnish dude,
Yep.
Finnish center.
They put him in there, and they have
I mean,
Ilya Kovalchuk, who they signed in the offseason.
Yeah, I don't know. If
Veteran
he's
leadership, but
third or fourth line
I don't know.
because he's been out for pushing 5 years.
Yeah,
I mean, he was out of the league in what 2013,
something like that.
2013 or 14. So he's been out for at least 3 years, pushing 4. So I would say Rasmus Kupari and Kovalchuk are both third or fourth line,
Mm-hmm.
depending on their center situation. Will depend if Rasmus Kupari's third or fourth line, and whatever Kovalchuk is will depend on. I think he's a left winger.
Yeah,
That'll depend on the third or fourth. I don't see either of them on the first or second line.
right.
I mean, they'll be a good replacement if they need to move up.
Yep.
If somebody's injured, but they're not going to
Yep. And
be
then
permanent.
Kopitar does what he did again like he did last year, and then Jonathan Quick stays healthy.
Yeah, he
I'm
plays
thinking
out of
I'm thinking more.
I think he plays out of his freaking mind.
Yeah,
They're
standing
gonna-
on his head,
Yeah, they're gonna do more, and I think they're gonna make playoffs, obviously,
and they'll make it to the second round.
and they'll do better than the first round. Yes, they'll do. It depends who they play though,
Oh.
because if they make it through wild card, it means you gotta play the first place team.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that happens to be Vegas again,
Look out.
yeah, okay, that'd be a good rivalry. But I would see them making more. I can see them making the second, even the third round, if they stay healthy through the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And Jonathan Quick stays consistent. Kopitar stays consistent. Their draft pick, Kupari, stays consistent. Kovalchuk plays out of his mind.
Huh?
You know, something.
And
Drew Doughty.
and
kick-
Dustin Brown.
Yeah, they both kick ass.
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh! Look out, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another California team, San Jose.
Oh, speaking of San Jose, I was gonna when I heard you know how there's like funny roasts on social media by hockey teams or whatever. I heard when Vegas went to the second round and played against San Jose, that when they lost one of their games, 4-0, LA was on Twitter, and then the LA Kings on Twitter says, "Look, the Vegas Golden Knights lost 4-0." And then the Vegas Golden Knights comes back and says to LA Kings, "Like our series with you." Oh, and I was just like, oh my, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. San Jose,
100 points.
they missed out on signing John Tavares. If Tavares wouldn't have gone to the Leafs, I think he would have went to San Jose, but they didn't. And then if he would have went to San Jose, they would have obviously gotten more.
Well,
But
I see they'll be doing less, but still making the playoffs.
yeah, gotta be.
Because Joe Thornton, this is probably his last year.
Yeah, he's
He
now
signed
38.
He signed a 1-year contract, so
Yeah.
Brent Burns is getting old too.
Yup.
Who's her goalie?
Martin Jones
Yes, because Niemi is
getting older.
he's not even with them. I think he's somewhere else.
I don't know.
But he's a young goaltender. I think Martin Jones is like in his mid-20s.
I think Martin Jones. Can I take a guess on his age?
Go for it.
It's time to play that game, ladies and germs. Gosh, I have to guess Martin Jones's age. Okay.
I'm not giving you forever.
Okay, I have my answer. Here.
Go.
28. Let's go! I can do this crap too.
Yeah.
Hot dang, boys! I'm on fire.
You've been 100% at the age thing.
I know. I am.
Played the NHL 16.
17. Let's go.
6, same difference.
Yep. 6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
See them doing less, but make the playoffs still.
Yep.
First or second round, I don't know.
I don't know either.
So, the other team in Pennsylvania, we can just skip over.
Yep.
That. Anaheim, 101 points. Oh, wait, no. Other team in Pennsylvania, last in the league. All right, Anaheim, 101 points.
See, the other team in Pennsylvania, 0 points in 82.
Oh, in 82.
And, yeah.
You know, totally.
Gong show. Anaheim, gotta be less.
101, yeah.
Gotta be less.
Well, if they get Getzlaff the entire season, because he was out the last, 20
some games.
So, he was out for a quarter of the season.
Yeah.
So, if they can keep Getzlaff the entire year and Corey Perry can do what he does, then again, they don't have Ryan Kessler. Because he's probably not going to play at all during this season. But they also re-signed Josh Gibson.
You mean John Gibson?
What did I say, Josh?
Yep.
Same difference.
Anyway.
Both start with the J.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. Anyway.
If they keep Getzlaff the whole season, more. If they don't, less.
Yep.
So, because, he had 50 assists in 61 games, or whatever he played.
Yeah.
He averaged, I think he had 60 assists. No, he had played 51 games, he had 50 assists. He averaged almost an assist a game.
Yep.
Then he had 11 goals. I wrote it down. He was top 20 center. Where's the papers?
Oh.
He was 18th or 17th or something.
He was 19th.
Same there, yeah.
51 games played, 11 goals, 50 assists, 61 points, plus 20.
I was right.
He's 33 years
old. So
old.
he missed over a quarter of the season.
Yeah, he's 33 years old. He's doing great.
If he stays healthy,
he's still
can do what he does.
Yep.
He's kind of leaving his prime.
I know.
If he stays healthy and can do what he does,
yep,
they're gonna do better.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't agree with him at 19th for him though.
Right.
I do not agree. Really, it's he's averaging more than a point a game. He's like Connor McDavid skills here. For points per game. It's nuts. Maybe they're because he only scored 11 goals. But he gave 50 assists. 50 assists. He gave at least 50 goals too. He had part in that. Minnesota, 101. They made the playoffs, obviously.
What did they do in the offseason?
Not much. They re-signed Dumba.
Yup.
And Zucker.
Yup.
I don't think they re-signed Zucker.
I don't know.
It's got to be about. They re-signed one of the two, and the other one didn't have to be re-signed.
Oh,
so I think they re-signed Dumba though.
Dumba.
Maybe they re-signed Zucker too. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they re-signed Dumba. Who's their goalie?
Devin Dubnyk.
Yeah, Devin Dubnyk.
I don't know who their backup is.
I don't know either. How old is what's his nuts there?
Mikko Koivu?
Yeah.
I have to take a... Wait a minute.
No, I'm just asking how old is he?
Time to take another guess. Here we go.
Mikko Koivu. I'll spell his name right, for God forbid. Oh, he has 2 Ks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, he's old. Hold on. I have my answer. Here you go. Ready?
Yes.
38.
Oh! 35.
Really? 35? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. I just looked it up. Mikko Koivu. 35 years old.
What? That's weird. Huh.
How's that weird?
From NHL 17, it said he was 36, and then I imagine this year he's 38. Maybe they typed in something wrong. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, what season are you on?
What season am I on? 2 years ago. For Be a Pro mode.
That's not what it's asking, but okay.
Anyway.
I thought you read it wrong.
Yeah, I did size something.
Minnesota, more or less 101.
You know how I said I was on fire a second ago?
Yeah.
Scratch that.
I think it'd be less than 101.
What team is this?
Minnesota.
Yeah, it gotta be
Less.
It's around.
Not
It's
much-
gotta be around the same.
Not much less.
Less, but
playoffs.
just a little bit.
But playoffs.
Yeah.
Toronto 105 more.
Big time more.
Move on.
We all know why. Next.
Unless they totally dud.
The bed.
Yeah. Washington 105. I don't know.
I'm thinking less. Because
too.
they lost that one guy.
They lost Trotz.
Yup.
And
they re-signed.
one other guy left.
Oh. One other guy
what was
left.
his
They
name?
re-signed someone. Tom Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
And they re-signed the other dude. What was his name?
Not Ovechkin.
No, they would always get. I think he probably has the franchise tag on him.
Yeah. Like Connor McDavid.
Yeah. And probably like Dylan Larkin will too.
Probably.
And probably Austin Matthews.
Yep.
And Cindy Crybaby.
And Patrick Laine.
Mm-hmm. Kane and Tage probably have.
The dynamic
franchise.
duo.
I'm sure the Sedin twins had franchise
They
tags
did.
on them.
Yep.
So
Jamie Benn.
yeah, I'm sure Jack Eichel does.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have the franchise tag on them.
But oh shoot.
I see Washington doing less.
Less.
Not much less.
Uh-huh.
But less. I mean, unless they pull an Ottawa Senators.
Mm-hmm.
So, from heroes to zero.
That'd be funny.
Vegas, 109 points.
Gotta be less.
I'm going to say about the same.
I'm gonna say less.
I'm going to say about the same.
I know they re-signed William Karlsson for 1 year, but they lost James the Real Deal Neal. So
But he didn't do terribly much for him, though.
I know, but
So, I mean, they still have Fleury. They have Marchessault. They have Carlson.
Marchese.
They lost some defenseman. Oh, what was his name?
Marc-Andre McFleury.
Yeah,
McFlurry. They lost a defenseman. What was it? Ryan Reeves? No.
No.
He's still there.
God,
Whatchamacallit.
no kidding.
What's his face?
This is gonna piss me off when I hear his name because I know who he is.
Yeah.
Damn it. David Perron.
Oh, heck, that's right.
He went to
Where did David Was it also Calgary? No.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Where did Jack Johnson from the Columbus Blue Jackets go?
I think the other team in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, for their defensemen they have they still have Engeland.
Yup.
They have Nick Holden, which is pretty good.
Yup.
Braden McNabb,
Yup.
Colin Minner, Griffin Reinhart,
Yup.
Shea Theodore,
Yup.
and then they have Marc-Andre Fleury, Malcolm Subban.
Marcus Russo.
No, he's not on the team.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He might have been a
Unrestricted free agent.
that, or he was just a emergency goaltender.
Oh.
Dylan Ferguson and Maxim Legacy.
Maxim. Oh, that's who I meant to say, not Russo. Marcus Russo plays for Dallas. Sorry.
So that's who it is. Yeah, they lost David Perron. I can't recall where he went, but Vegas, I'd say about the same. Maybe a little bit more. I don't say less.
Oh, well.
I mean, so again, unless they pull the Ottawa Senators, there's a new meme right there.
Yup.
Heroes to zeros. The Ottawa Senators? Yep.
Yup.
Boostin. 112 points less.
Who did they
Not because I just don't like them, but I say less. They
Who
picked up Havlak for a backup.
Okay.
That's about it.
Oh. That's got to be
their draft pick was
some guy.
They did not pick in the first round.
They gave it away, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So did Tampa.
Boston traded to New York, who traded that to Ottawa, who was 26th overall. So Boston had the 26th overall pick.
Yeah.
So Boston did not have a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Draft pick. Well, I still think they're going to do less. I think this year was sort of a fluke. So, Because I don't think Bergeron's going to do as good as he did. I mean, he had a career year.
Yeah.
The Rat, I don't really care what he does.
Yep.
Besides get suspended.
Uh-huh.
No, we're only going to fine him $10,000
For freaking
like,
licking people.
They didn't even fine him for that.
That was stupid.
Jeez, what a child.
I say.
I mean,
exactly.
he embellishes the most in the league. Only gets fined $10,000. Hardly ever gets suspended. It's like he's a repeat offender.
He must be related. He must be related to Cindy Crybaby for diving, right? Gotta be. It gotta be related some way somehow. Cindy Crybaby. That name is hilarious.
Tampa Bay 113.
Oh my. Let's see. They did not have a first-round draft pick.
No, they didn't.
They traded that, and then
I think they're gonna do more.
Really?
I still think they're gonna do more.
Really? Who did they get in the offseason? I can see why you think more.
I can't recall who they got.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll say more with you.
Not many more.
Right.
I mean, once you get to 113, you know, I'm saying like one or two more.
Yeah.
Winnipeg 114, same or less.
Did they also trade their first rounder this year?
No.
Because I think Nashville did too.
They did.
I don't know. I have absolutely no clue for Winnipeg.
Christian Dvorak.
Christian Dvorak?
Signed 6-year extension with Coyotes.
Wow.
Just got that.
Nice.
So, man, that's 2 times in a row we've got news on the NHL as we're doing the show.
Nice.
So,
Winnipeg, I have absolutely no clue.
Because they re-signed Hellebuck.
Yep.
Vide, I think, is he's now on contract. He's not at entry level anymore. I say they're going to do about the same, if not less. Because, I mean, again, once you get to 114, you cannot do much better.
Yep.
I mean, they had 52 freaking wins.
Yeah. Insane.
And then President's Trophy, Curse of the President's Trophy winners, Smashville Predators. Didn't you want soda? 117 less.
Yep, gotta be. Definitely less.
I don't see him doing that. Plus, I don't want them.
I see Toronto winning the Presidents this year.
I see them winning the Presidents, and then I also can see them breaking the President's Trophy curse.
Yep.
I can see them doing it.
Yep.
It's only been done 8 times.
Yep.
So, and that league's been around. This is the 101st season for the NHL.
Yep.
So, that's it for hockey almost. But on this day, 30 years ago, August 9th, Gretzky was traded to the Kings by the Edmonton Oilers.
What did they get in return is what I'm curious.
The biggest trade in the NHL. They got... $15 million, center Jimmy Carson, forward Martin Galanis, and 3 first-round draft picks for Gretzky, defenseman Marty McSorley, and forward Mike... I'm not even going to attempt to hit that last name. Krushelensky. I think that's how you say it.
Where's that at?
Right here. Krushelensky.
Yep.
To LA. So...
Good Lord. I would rather have Gretzky back in the day.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
He's Wayne freaking Gretzky for God's sakes.
No, and he's called the Great One.
For a reason.
Yep.
So...
Yeah.
And also on this day, X amount of years ago, 130, Brett Hall was born.
No kidding.
In Belleville, Ontario.
Brett Hall's birthday today. That's pretty sweet.
1964. So he turns 54.
Yep.
Old fart.
Yep.
Alright, trivia time. Okay, here's my trivia question. I'll go first.
I got a stupid easy one for you, but go ahead.
Mine's 25% chance because it gives you A, B, C, and D.
A, B, C, and D? Okay, that helps.
How many times has Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals gone to overtime?
Oh, that's a good question. How many times? Okay, what are my 4 options?
0 through 3.
0 through 3.
Yes. So, 0, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
0 through 3.
Game 7.
Game 7
and the
of
Stanley
Cup
Final
Finals gone to overtime. Doesn't go to overtime very often for Game 7.
That's true.
I wonder how many times it is for other games.
Yeah.
I bet Game 4 is the most popular one.
Yeah.
Because the team wins first 3, and then you know how it's so difficult to close out Game 4. Because it's just, it's very hard because the other teams know they're on the brink.
Yep.
And so they like pull amazing things.
Yep.
But then they don't pull it out for Game 5 because.
Yep.
So I think that's what happened with the LA Kings and Rangers. They went to overtime.
Yep.
So
okay, so it's got to be at least one.
At least. No, this is
that wasn't in Game 7. That was in Game 6.
4.
Oh.
When the LA Rangers. When the LA Islanders and the New York Red Wings went to overtime in Game 4 of the 2015 playoffs.
The other team in California. It just. Anyway.
So, no, we're talking Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. How many times has that gone to overtime? I mean, you have 25% chance of getting it right.
For my answer, I am going to guess 3.
You are wrong,
2?
Sir. That's right. 2 times. Both times. I actually got this off the NHL website. The Red Wings won the Cup by winning Game 7 in overtime in 1950 and 1954. Wow. It's the only 2 times Game 7 has gone to overtime in the Stanley Cup Finals. Wow.
None of them have been
you would think
by
over
our very own.
Because 7 games has not been around for that long.
Yep.
I mean, the NHL started doing best. When did the NHL start doing best of 7 series?
Back in the Stone Age.
The very first NHL Best of 7 series was in 1939. So I mean, the first 22 years never had a Game 7.
Yep.
So I mean, there's 22 possible years right there.
Yep.
So I mean, but that also says the next almost 80 years, only 2 games have gone to overtime in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yep.
I'm sure in other Game 7, I can name off there's a ton of Game 7s besides the finals that have gone to overtime.
Yep.
A ton.
Yep.
I mean, there's at least
metric, but
I would say every playoffs there's at least 1 game that does. At least.
Yep.
If not 2.
Yep.
So, all right, your turn.
Gosh, this is a stupid easy question. I don't even know why I'm asking you this. Why? Because
Montreal Canadiens.
No.
No.
Wait,
I had that sound.
Yeah. 2008, 2008, James Norris for Best Defenseman Trophy winner. Exactly.
Different question, come on.
Different question. Then I have to look it up and we'll have to waste time.
Nick Lidstrom.
Yeah, you know his name.
No,
anyway,
I'm sorry, no, Rasmus Dahlin, according to Google.
Hey!
If you didn't watch the first part of the show, you skipped out.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a new inside joke. Yeah. Nick Lidstrom. You mean Rasmus Dahlin?
Yeah.
Or like Rasmus Dahlin? You mean Nick Lidstrom?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Inside jokes.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
IndyCar.
Wrong.
Oh yeah, that's right. NASCAR.
We already did it. IndyCar.
NASCAR. IndyCar. What's the difference?
Open wheels and fenders.
Yep. Fenders. The one word to describe the difference between IndyCar and NASCAR is one word is fenders.
Okay. The
News?
new Monster Energy Cup Series 2019 Ford Mustang was unveiled today.
Hey.
And it looks pretty mean.
I gotta get a look at this.
Oh, by the way, the Daytona 500 is on February 16th.
Nice.
Or 17th, excuse me. Show me. Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty.
That's nice. That looks nice.
That's
looks
pretty good. Did they fix the aerodynamics?
That was a Ford Fusion.
Yeah, I know.
Tell me the Ford Fusion's kicking ass this year. Who is tied for the most wins?
Tied for the most wins in
this year.
Oh, Harvick.
What does he drive?
Ford.
The blue oval.
Uh-huh.
What does Clint Boyer have? 2 wins. What does he drive? The
Toyota.
blue oval.
Yep.
He did Toyota, but he drives the blue oval.
I almost said Toyota.
So you did say Toyota. You
I
went
said,
Toyota.
the shrub is the Toyota.
Yeah. So let me also say.
And then so Truex is a Toyota.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. says he knows how NASCAR can make a comeback by getting rid of Brian France. All right, article over.
All right, done.
He acknowledges that NASCAR hasn't been the same recently.
Yep.
Duh.
Hasn't been the same for the past Lord only knows how many years.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
I mean, the race at Martin. Stop being six. The race at Watkins Glen had the most viewership in the last 4 years.
Martinsville?
What did I say? I said Watkins Glen.
Oh, I thought you
said Martinsville first, but I said Watkins Glen, I think.
Oh.
But no, that had the most people watch it in the and the more people have watched the 2018 Watkins Glen race than the last 3 years. So that race did better. Now I wonder if that's just because it was on NBC, but still, it shows you how much of a difference races make when they're on NBC or Fox versus NBCSN or FS1.
Yep.
Which I don't know why they even put it on FS1. It's like, come on, NASCAR, do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have to get paid less, get paid less.
Yep.
Have it on the main networks.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like where it was back in the day where you'd have like 4 TV companies doing the whole season, but they would all be on the main network. So it's like, oh, they're not on Fox. How about NBC? Nope. ESPN? Nope. TNT? Oh, there it is. You know, but it's not like on ESPN2 or NBCS. It was on Fox, NBC, ESPN, or TNT. Yep. It was on those 4. It wasn't on the other channels.
Yep.
So, people with still with the bunny ears antennas that are you have to hold it in a certain position so it works properly. They can get at least the race, He says a change in the air.
Yep.
Aerodynamics of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Why can't you just number them? F it. So Vegas is also preparing for their first NASCAR Cup Series race in September.
Nice.
In September, not ever. This is their second race this year. That'll be the second race this year.
Yeah. And what my dad told me, there's gonna be it's not a new track, but a new track for the playoffs. They're doing the Roval, right?
Dude, I knew about that a while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, the Charlotte Roval.
Yep. That'll be fun to watch.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how it goes. Because it doesn't I think the elevation difference is only 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's not compared to Watkins Glen. It's I think Sonoma is 110 feet.
Yeah.
Because you come around turn 1, you go up that big old hill, then you come down, but then you go up another hill, and then you come down and you have that hard braking zone.
Yeah.
And you come through the S's, and I think that's all downhill portion.
Yep.
Somewhat downhill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, not even 4. I mean, Watkins Glen had good viewership, but not even 4 million people watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Barney Visser, who's the owner of Furniture O Racing, says the team will continue to compete in 2019. This 2017 championship team is looking for a partial season sponsorship after 5-Hour Energy announced it would not return after sponsoring 14 races this year, so almost half the season. Mm-hmm. They're continuing to develop sponsorship opportunities for 2019 and beyond. They're not fielding a team in Furniture Racing. Not fielding a team in 2019 is not an option. We have every intention of continuing to build on our success for earlier years to come. So I couldn't see why they wouldn't. So come on, if Chris Boucher can have Slim Jim on their car,
Slime Jime.
Jeez. Shut up.
Yeah.
Very few reserved camping spots remain at Talladega.
Yeah.
For the fall race. Yeah, this is all from Watkins Glen now, but Speedway Motorsports Inc., which is the other company that, because there's really NASCAR is IFC and ISC is NASCAR. I mean, Brian France's sister, I believe, actually runs ISC, International Speedway Corporation, which was started by Big Bill, Bill France Sr. So, but SMI, Speedway Motorsports Inc., which is, I always forget his name, Bruton Smith, who owns Charlotte and Charlotte, Texas. No, I don't think he actually owns Texas. F me.
Atlanta?
Maybe. I think so. No, not Atlanta. Speedway Motor Sport.
Holy cow, we're at an hour and 20 minutes.
Don't doubt it.
We're doing pretty good.
I know. They own... Speedway Motorsports Inc. owns... No, they do own Atlanta Motor Speedway, Bristol Motor Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Kentucky Speedway, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Sonoma, and Texas. Notice how I said New Hampshire and Las Vegas. What race date did Las Vegas get?
Oh, I can't remember.
New Hampshire's.
Oh.
Who lost a race date? New Hampshire. Who gained a race date? Las Vegas.
Yep.
So, because the deal is, SMI gets 16 races a year, or 15 or 16 races a year. ISC gets 18, and the other two come from, or no, ISC gets 15, SMI gets some amount, because the only 3 tracks not owned by ISC or SMI is, take a guess. There's 3 tracks. One of them's a very famous track. One of them is they just went there twice already. And the other one, they still have to go there the second time.
The very famous one, the Brickyard.
Yep. That's owned by Tony George, who runs Indycar.
Yup.
But okay, this next one is they've already gone to this track twice this year. There's only 2 tracks they've gone to twice already this year. One of them is Daytona.
That's what I was thinking.
Daytona is owned by NASCAR.
Yup.
Because NASCAR's headquarters is across the street.
Yup.
And so is ISC's.
Yup.
So, there's only one other track they've been to twice this year already.
Wait a minute. Daytona, they have to go to one more time?
No, they've already been there twice.
Oh, well then you said the other track was they had to go there, or they've already been there twice.
Yes. So they've already been there twice this year.
Yeah.
They only go to tracks no more than 2 times a year.
So then you said the third one was...
They still have to go to it once. So they've only been to it once this year. They still have to go to it one more time.
Oh.
And that's a Northeastern. Both of them are Northeastern tracks. That should give it away.
I don't know.
Pocono.
Oh.
In Dover.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, okay. Those are the only 3 tracks not owned by either of the 2. And there's an agreement that, so they run the Pocono twice, they run at Dover twice, and they run at Brickyard. So out of the 36 races, 5 of them are run at those tracks. So that means I think there's the X amount, there's more, they run at ISC tracks more than SMI. But there's an agreement, so the reason why new tracks haven't been involved yet, or haven't come in yet, is because they have a contract through, I think, 2021, meaning that each company gets at least X amount of dates. So that's why New Hampshire went to Las Vegas, because it's the same company. SMI is still getting, how many race dates do they have? You know, how many do they have? I mean, they go to Atlanta once, Bristol twice, Charlotte twice, Kentucky once, Vegas twice, New Hampshire once, Sonoma twice. They go to SMI tracks, Bristol, Charlotte, Kentucky, Vegas, New Hampshire, Sonoma, 11 times. So SMI has 11 dates. I think ISC has, who cares? So say they wanted to have a second Atlanta race, ISM would have to take it either from Texas, Vegas, get rid of New Hampshire, get rid of Sonoma, get rid of Kentucky, or take a date from Bristol or Charlotte. They can't say, oh yeah, we're going to take the Michigan date. They could, but there'd have to be agreement between ISC and SMI to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't see them like, oh yeah, we're going to go to Toronto. Well, who owns Toronto? Nobody.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
I get 11 dates, mofo. You can't take a date from me. Well, I get 16. Well, I get 5. You stay out of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them. So there's an agreement. But SMI announces a weather guarantee, meaning because when you have tickets to a NASCAR race, you're praying and hoping that it's not rained out.
Yep.
Because you don't get your money back for your tickets. Because they can't guarantee that, you know, it's not like they can say, you know, if the lights went out and they can't race to be like, all right, we'll give you a refund for your tickets. That's our fault. You know, the lights went out.
Yep.
You know, and they can't get them restarted. But if the weather comes, they're like, sorry, you're out of luck. We can't help you.
Yep.
So, yeah, I know my warranty expired. Get the hell out. So, but now they're going to give you like a kind of like a voucher. So you could use that in another SMI race. So you could use, say you go to the Bristol day race, it gets rained out, you could use it to get into the Bristol night race.
Yep.
Or the Atlanta race the next year. Or the Texas race. Or Sonoma. Or
Yep.
this or that or that. So that's their whole thing. And I'm sure International Speedway Corp, if they haven't done it, they'll follow suit.
Yep.
Because, you know, if one does it, the other will too. You know, monkey see, monkey do.
Yep.
So, yeah, as you can see, I dragged that out way longer than I had to because there's nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
There's no freaking penalties. It pisses me off. Yeah, there was no post-race penalties from Watkins Glen. Only 2 cars failed post-qualifying inspection, but they only failed it once, so they didn't get a penalty. So, that's all I got before I die because I got a cough. Yeah. So, if you'd like to support us from Patreon, link to that be in the description below. We'll try not to be so... We had a lot of pauses in this one. We had to work on that.
Yeah.
Both of us. Not me, not you. Both of us.
Yep.
So... anyways, if you'd like to email the show, for some reason, that will be in the description below. If you want to start a comment, a conversation, again, go ahead. Unless you're being rude, we'll be like, goodbye, we're not talking to you. So, yeah, or, you know, just like, right back at you, buddy. So, subscribe if you want to see more of this, you know, show. So, as for Andy and me, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. This has been the IHN Show.
See ya.